I'm back again. I did forget to turn the camera on. All I've done is, I think I did a little bit of this the other day. I sort of played around with it. I've just got a little piece of lace. This comes from just a lace piece. I have a corded lace that's dyed tea stained, and I've just cut a piece off, and I'm just going to tuck it under there like that, under that bottom piece. And I thought I would just put a couple of these little flowers. The darker one there, I've just got the little lighter flower in the center that I will glue on. So I was just having a look like that, just to sort of let the two pages flow a little bit. I do like using that bit of applique there, and I might just use another little bit, unless that's the scrappy bit that was, I just cut it off. I gave my desk a little bit of a tidy up as well. It was getting out of control. Not sure if that's big enough, but we'll have a look. I just and I think I actually found this particular corded lace at the op shop a while ago. There were just all these offcuts of lovely corded lace. I think they must have come from a wedding shop where they made them, because they weren't like full pieces, but great for just cutting up. Oh, how's that? There. Sometimes it's hard to see when you're sat, you know, in front of it. When I edit these videos, I look back and I think, oh, why didn't I see this? Or why am I saying that again? You know, it's just, it's a process, isn't it? Could have it more like that. Maybe it doesn't need it there. Maybe a couple of these. These are really sweet. Just, you know. I just feel like that's far too straight, and it annoys me that it's too straight. So I'm trying to, I don't know, that doesn't look right. See, I need something bright just because that's got the bright colour on there. Got another one there. Unless I put a bow or something to break up all the green. I could do that. I could have a bow. Just let me have a look. I don't know if they're the right size. The white is kind of the right size, but it's a little bit too white, I think. I love the colour of the pink, but I'm not sure if that's a bit too thick. It's nice and soft though. It's catching on all my skin's dry. Worst bow in history. You know, I do have a bow maker. But something like that. There. And I could just, you know, I could glue the end down. It doesn't have to be left free. Like that. Because you could still write on the top part of it. That could look pretty, I think. And it just takes away the straightness of it all, perhaps. So if that goes there, that there, that there, that there, and that there, paler one there. Yep, okay, we'll do that. We shall do that. See, that one can be left. Should it be left 3 or should it be maybe... I could glue it just under there like that. That could work. Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and put that on and then I'll be back. That's done now, and I just realised the ribbon actually brings in the ribbon from the pattern on the material on that side, which is really nice. And, you know, if I find a couple of maybe little blue buttons or something, I may put a couple of little blue bits on here as well down the track. But they're all glued in now, and I'll probably add some stickles to those. But I do that overnight. I like to, because that way it has time to dry. So what I thought I might like to do, just let me, I need to back these as well, and that's just a matter of gluing them onto some tea stain paper and cutting them out and then stitching around them and adding a few bits. I don't think I've got any more paper clips. Whoops. Oh, what's that? That's a green flower. I'll put that over there as well. I don't think I've got any more green paper clips left to do. I found a use for that page that ran. Look at this. I've just put all my offcuts for it and that because they were taking over my desk, so I just put them all in there, and it's much easier to control it, and it doesn't get everywhere. They're the only bits of that trim I made that are left. I've used the others, but I can put those on some of the tags, so I'm keeping that off to the side as well. Right, what I thought, where's that? Oh, up here, I think. Okay, do you remember at the beginning, that's not big enough, I had found this bit of file folder here. It was using that same fabric. Now I want to do a couple of little inserts, like a little sampler type thing, and I thought I could use this for it. Just got to try and figure out how big. Maybe just, it doesn't need to be too big at all. So let's just square that off a bit. Fluff on there. It's been hanging around for a while. I'll just do that. Okay, 2 of those. I could probably trim that one down a bit more, I think. That edge there. Okay, so we've got 2 of those. They can be backed. They can be backed maybe with just a bit of tea stained paper. That way you could still write notes on it. And I'll stitch around those. Okay, so let's just in the middle. Is it big enough that way? Yeah, okay. Done here. Okay. And I will just stitch around those. First I'll just trim it. Like that. And I'll just go and stitch. So this is what I have in mind for the little cards I just made. I just stitched around them with the tea stain paper. And what I've done is I've just taken a small piece of fabric from the ones that I've showed you in the first video, and I've folded them in a way that they fit onto that. They're all different sizes. I mean, like this one here, I haven't actually used it yet, but it's such a sweet little handkerchief, and it's a handmade one. You can see all the handmade stitching, and it's very old, but it was stained in parts, so you know the piece is only small, and I can show you. See, this is the piece I didn't include, and that's because it's kind of a little bit stained, but I can still use this. So that's what I thought I would do with those. I will press them. And then I made another little, scrap trim. And I'll probably put that over there like that and stitch a couple of buttons on. I'll stitch them in a way that the threads will hang out the back, and it's just a matter of cutting the thread. I have done that before a few times over the years to send like little gifts, not to actually put in journals, but it would be lovely to have it in the journal, especially the fabrics are so pretty. So that's what I'm going to do, and they will go in one of the, probably, like, it could go in the back pocket there, or if I've got, like, see how I've got a large pocket there as well, it could go in there. So I haven't decided exactly, but I'm going to make one each for the journals, and I've got the other stuff ready to fold and press here as well. And then I'll be back. So I have pressed them within an inch of their life. They're so thin now, look at that, which is great because it won't bulk up the journals far too much. And I trimmed them all down using the rotary cutter and a metal ruler. So they're nice and square, the ones that needed to be squared off. And I've got my big jar of buttons out here, and they're just plastic, different coloured buttons, nothing over the top. And I found a couple of larger buttons here that I will use, most definitely use. So I thought those two can go there, and they're similar colours. and those two I can put there like that. And the reason I like doing it this way is because it's easy to take apart, so whoever gets the journals can use the fabrics. You're not putting great big holes in the fabric, it's just a stitch. And what I will use to stitch it is just some thread. Oh, hang on, I might have some already. No, that's beading. Just some thread and just put a couple of stitches on, and I leave tails on the reverse side just so that it's easy to find and cut them off. So I'll just do one button and show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm doubling it over like that. I'll start with, I put one on this side so it will hold all of the fabrics on that side. Then I put one about an inch over and it will hold all of these little flat pieces down there. So what I'm going to do is just put a hole like that so I know where to start, and then I can turn it over and have the tail coming out of the other side like that, just enough so I can tie it all together. If you twist the needle a little bit, it goes through a lot easier. So like that, and then coming back probably about there. Ow! Just stuck myself. There we go, and that's all you need to do, and just do a knot on the back. So I leave nice long tails like that, and it's just a matter of cutting the stitches on the back and taking the button off, and then you can use the fabric. And I'll do the exact same thing over here with that large button as well. And there we go, they're both done. So that's what they look like, and that's the back of them. So I'll put one in each of the journals, try and keep them nice and ironed while I'm waiting for that. And I think now I'm going to go off and see, can you see that's a little bit more green than what it was when I first printed it, but it's still okay. That's what happens with the decoupage on the back, but that one wasn't too bad. So what I'm going to do now is put that away. Let's have a look. The pile's getting smaller and smaller, so they're already done. And I will fold this just like I did with the other one. There we go. one needs sticking. I think that one goes like that, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right. So there's that. I have to back those. I will back those onto file folder because it's only copy paper. Will I? That one's going to be a book. Booklet, I should say. Like a booklet. So I will gold edge that as well. That's lovely, isn't it? So this one, see, that one's a book like in the other one as well. So 2 little books there. I think I only had 1 little book in the other one, didn't I? So what I might do, and I cut it in half. So I think I'll do the same on this one here, because I don't need 3 per journal. And this one I think would make the better journal card. They look quite nice as booklets. Like that. So I'll cut that. And all of these things, I think I went through them once before, and I don't want to be repeating myself too much. Aren't they lovely? These all need to be backed on some tea-stained paper. So I'm going to, all I do to do that is put some glue stick on and then stitch around and cut it out, or cut it out and then stitch around it, and probably add some sort of embellishment. So I'll go ahead and do all of that, and I think the next video will be making our paper dolls. Yes, I think so. So because that's all pretty straightforward, and you don't need to see me doing all the same things all the time. Yes, so next video after this one will be making the paper dolls. So take care, everybody, and I hope you've learnt something. Bye.